Okay, this one here, again, these pictures aren't all that great when you see it like this, but you saw the picture in Pinterest that brought you to here more than likely, if that's the direction you came to this blog site. I love to show the numbers on this one because the numbers are like astronomical when you look at that piece of crap, single wide, T111 wood siding mobile home. What I did was, I purchased this property. It's quite a story here. This is, let's see, 2 acres of land. Picture a great big rectangle that's kind of got a line drawn diagonally through it. So from one corner, not quite a corner, over to the other corner, it was dual zoned. So what happened was I had bought this from an old couple, actually an elderly lady whose husband had already passed away years ago. But he had a little shed that was off to this side of the house, which would be your right side looking at it. And this little shed was larger than a normal shed you keep like your lawnmower and stuff in, but not too awful big. But this shed, he had a bait and tackle business in. So he sold bait and tackle from it, but it needed to be zoned commercial for him to do that back in that day. So what they did was, it was one piece of property, but it was dual zoned. You won't see that too often today. So it was dual zoned, but we didn't know that when we bought this property. We thought the whole thing was residential. So one part of it was their home, and the other part of it was their business. And they did that for, I don't know, 20 or 30 years there. But, and it was so long ago that most people don't even know that that bait and tackle shop was there when I bought this property, because he had been deceased for that, for a long time. Well, we bought it. It's on a state highway, and we bought it with the intentions of converting it to commercial, and then just putting it up for sale. Well, the economy took a nosedive right at that same time, and a lot of people weren't buying commercial because they couldn't, even though I could provide financing for the land, they still couldn't figure out how to get financing to build something on it. So what I decided to do was, I teach people how to buy real estate without using their money, their credit, or a lender of any type. More importantly, I show them how to have it sold before they commit to it. To prove everything I say everything I say works, I do my live deals right in front of my students in my office complex, in a classroom that I have in my current complex, which is what I'm sitting in right this minute shooting this. So I decided to build a new classroom. My current classroom seats 30 people comfortably. My new classroom in the office complex that I built on this property seats 300 people comfortably. So when you come to my office operation to learn, when you come to my class to learn how to do what it is that I do, you're coming to my office operation in one of my office complexes, where you're watching me interface with my staff, you're watching my live deals happen in front of your face. So on this site right here, the mobile home's been removed, the brand new office building is built, and we're in the process right now of getting our final inspections on it. So there's going to be a blog that you can see, a video blog, in the near future on this site, where you'll see the new building and the inside and outside and all of that. But anyway, so I took this property and turned it into all commercial. Yeah, the funny thing was, when we were talking to the owner, she told us that the tax assessor's office had called them a few times and said, we need you to decide what you want your property to be zoned. So it was residential, and it was commercial B2. Well, B2 is the second highest commercial zoning in my area. B3 is the highest. So B2, you can do just about anything except maybe have an automotive garage or a salvage yard. B3, you can also do all of that. So the thing is that she was telling us about the phone call, which made us go, wait a minute, we thought this whole thing was residential, because the address was a residential address. So then we started inquiring with the tax assessor's office, and they said, yeah, it's dual zone, B2, and residential. So what we were asking for is, does she want it to be all residential or B2? Well, she in her infinite wisdom, thought that she should make it all residential. Why? Because her taxes would be lower. So, of course, when we bought it, we said, no, we want it to be B2. So we went through the rezoning process, which was just a slam dunk on it, means it was already partially B2, and rezoned the whole thing B2, which instantly shot the value through the roof on that property on a state highway. That's about it on that. Stay tuned for the future video blog that will show the new office complex, my new office operation, and all the different things that we'll be doing with that building, not just my classroom for teaching my real estate investing students.